How much can change in just 4 months? Hey, greetings everybody, and welcome to SmartWatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. I've got a box here. 4 months ago, I had a different box, and all of you were introduced to the first really fantastic stereo headphone smartwatch combo unit. LEMFO has outdone themselves and upgraded with the LT04. I'm going to show you both of them, you betcha, but first let's unbox the brand new one. Okay, it goes like this. It opens up inside of the package. You ready for this? This is a wild looking thing. This is from a different galaxy. Well, the band, first of all, starts with a little snap thing that goes into the holes on the other side and a little loop thing that you'll be able to stick the band through. And it's really thin with nice set of holes close together so you can get positioning just right. And here it is. No longer do you have to open a lid like a pillbox to pull out your headphones. They are integrated with magnets directly in the band. Wow. Wow. It's contoured to fit your wrist. It's super simple and easy to use, and we will be doing all of that. But first, let's see what else is in the box. Actually, before we even do that, let me tell you how to get it, because some of you are going, sold! Sold! I'll buy it right now. I love it. Looks good. If you're one of those, hop on over to the LEMFO official store on AliExpress. The link is in the show notes to pick up the LT04. Different price range, different colors. You'll see all of that stuff over there. And super special price coming up on 11/11. If you happen to be watching this early when we're first putting it out, you know the big buying season is coming. First wave, 11/11. Second one, Black Friday. And the third one, Cyber Monday. And they're all hitting close together this year. You can also check out Banggood if you'd prefer to buy it from there. They've got an 11/11 shopping festival going on too. Prices are radically changing throughout this entire month. So here's the thing to do. Use the link in the show notes to go to the place you want to go. That triggers it so they'll follow you no matter what link you buy for getting the discount that you want on the day you're purchasing. Okay, just start with our links if you wouldn't mind and head on in from there. So Banggood's got it, and so does the official LEMFO AliExpress store. So what are we looking at? The biggest bump up here is that it's a Bluetooth headset using the 5.0 version of Bluetooth, which is more stable, low power, all of that. It's also now waterproof, a full-on waterproof IP67, because as you can see, the thing is sealed. When I show you the M1 in comparison, you can tell water could get into it. So a couple of really, did I mention they sound really good? They do. They do. They got good bass. I'm very impressed. The new ones sound audiophile quality. The M1 sounds good. It's great for voice. It's okay for music, but I didn't quite get that feeling from them. I do from the LT04. They're both great though. You can single touch on the screen operating system. It uses DaFit. Now, the other one used cock-a-something-or-other, cock-a-fit probably. This one supposedly can use that as well, and maybe the M1 can use DaFit. I'm going to list both of them in the show notes so you can try them, but officially this is called DaFit, which I have paired it with and used, and it's really nice. Got a lot of different supported languages this time in here. Like I said, IP67. That doesn't mean swimming, folks, but it does mean it should survive splashes with water and such. You got your heart rate monitor, blood pressure, and blood oxygen in this one. You've got a sleep monitor, and yes, it's cool to sleep with this one. The results you get are nice in the graphics. Multi-sport mode. Of course, the Bluetooth earphones are there, and they handle phone calls. They're pre-tethered to each other for stereo. You can reject calls right from it. You can see your notifications on this. What else do you want? Really? I mean, this is quite the unit. Sensor size, TFT display, good and bright, 160 by 80 pixels. Bit about the battery and usage times. the bands, and the weight and size. I know. Let's go on. Let's look at it. We've got a charger thing that comes in here. And like the M1, it's an odd fellow. It's a two-prong with magnets in the middle. Usually they're on the outside of a thinner kind of a thing. Got the USB cable on the other end. By contrast, that's the head for the M1. So you can see how much bigger a watch that one was than this one. This thing will just slap right on here, and it's coded, right? There's a little dot there to... Oh, am I off camera? I'm sorry. To let you slide in. If you go the wrong way, you're not going to get it to connect. So it wants you to put it with the wire coming out the bottom. And yes, you can lay it down at night, charge it up right like that. It's not going to be in the way. Okay, so that's the charger. You get a bag with extra ear cups. You'll see those when I pull the modules out. And you get the multi-language user manual, which obligatory on this channel we do go through, and in particular this one, because this is not a tutorial video, it's an unboxing and first look. There's the DeFit QR code you could scan, but again, I got it in the show notes, but if you're on a iDevice or something that doesn't have access to seeing all of this in YouTube, you can always scan the QR code as well. So more information here, the main different functions of this one. Reason we're scanning is this particular device, you may want to double check some things in the manual that I'm not going to be covering in an unboxing and first look, especially related to tethering or which one you need to tap and how many times you need to tap it to change music or to answer calls or to invoke Siri. All of those kind of things are a little more complex when you're dealing... Here we go. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Are more complex when you're dealing with headphones or earbuds. As you know, if you've got a set that you're already using, there's tethering stuff and then there's triggering stuff that you got to go into. If I get a chance and if there's enough interest in this video of you guys watching it, later on, after this hot sale period is over, I'll get around to doing a tutorial on how you program and use these things. But for now, I just want to show them to you. Here it is, the band itself. And here are the headpieces. You see it says left and right. And you got to grow a little bit of fingernail because you're going to grab around the tip and pop it right out of there. That is the unit. You stick it in your ear. It's got the charging ports there. It'll get set up and tethering. You've got a cap here. This is the little rubberized one that you can change out. You got two of them, left and right. When you get them out, they are Bluetooth tethered together automatically. Put them in your ear, and they should pair readily with your phone. That's one of the features of Bluetooth 5 is quick tethering. So let me pop that back in here. I don't know that it matters which one goes where. Let's see. Because this is something we should know. No, the left one can go in this direction now, and the right one that way. Okay. And we've got the button on the front. So press and hold here, and we light it up. There we go. And it's got it's kind of frosty looking, and I've been using it this whole time that way because I didn't want to unpeel this. I wanted you to see it on the screen because you actually could use it with that on, but it's a little dim and a little fuzzy. So now I am going to peel that protective layer off, and it's on there tight and frosted. See that? Now we'll tap it. Oh, it's on the turn your wrist to see it already. And now you see the blue is lighting up around both of the earbuds. There's your step count display on this one. You've got distance traveled and you've got sleep time. You got heart rate built into this, and it's trying to do that. You've got your training section, and you've got temperature. And then your messages to be pushed from the watch when you're tethered. Then you get into blood pressure. Here's a result. And then blood oxygen as well. You got a remote shutter capability that you can trigger your phone to take a picture tethered, and you've got a music player to play the music on your phone. Other, tap and hold. The back button gets you out of here. I've got an onboard stopwatch, the mute off and on capability. You can reset all of the data in it, and of course you can power the whole thing down to save battery power. And by the way, this whole thing does charge up the earbuds as far as I understand when you plug them back in there, and then you charge the whole unit from here. So rather robust overall band here. I'm going to put it on, let you see how that works. Now the trick I did was to push the bottom one as far forward as I can. I'm good in hole number 4, believe it or not. It looks like I'm really tight, doesn't it? I get it here, then I get the snap thing underneath with my finger and I push it through. And then I can slide this down inside of here. Now, it's on there good and sturdy. It's not going to flap around my arm. The band is so stretchy that, see, I actually could, but I don't want to. I want it to just lie nicely right there, so when I'm doing my tests, they're going to work out just great. And speaking of which, let's take a look at the app and see what's going on there. You know, before that though, just to cover everything, over here after blood pressure is training. If I press and hold, here are all the different training options you have on here. Walking and running and cycling and so forth. And then all of these, after you execute that program, will have data that can be, including swimming. See, I guess you can swim with it. I'm sorry, IP67 usually means don't swim with it. But if it's on the device, then by golly, you should be able to swim with it, right? I mean, it says swimming. I'm going to go into running and I'm going to start that. And you'll see it's timing a run. It's going to give you your step count. So it uses pedometer, not GPS. And you'll get your distance traveled, calories burned, and your heart rate. So a typical type of a fitness workout tracker that should be able to monitor your heart rate over distance and so forth. And then, of course, you can just press and hold to get out of here, pause it, or go over to finish, press and hold again, and you're bailed out back to training. Okay, let's take a look at the app. So again, the app is DuffIt, downloadable through the Google Play Store. When you get into the opening page, it looks like this, and I can go over here. If you're not connected, you simply connect right here. This is the LT04. It doesn't have an actual picture for it yet, so it's just got a little icon, but that will probably be updated. It says it's connected. I can change watch faces and do all sorts of stuff. We'll do that in a minute, but let's come back over here. For sleep time, you have your information here, and here are the last 7 days of sleep information available on it. And if I want to touch here, I can go to a specific calendar day and look at all of the data. So let's go back. When I started this out on the 30th, I'm going to go back to wow, look at that. Here's the sleep time broken down on that particular day, the 1st of November. And these are the different times. It includes rapid eye movement. This is from this little thing, gang. Just wearing this watch, you can get all kinds of detailed sleep information, including an overall sleep quality score, an average, and your highest heart rate, lowest heart rate throughout the night, and 7 days of sleep trends. And I'm beyond 47% on going to bed at the time I went to bed, and beyond 63% of getting up early. So it gives you comparisons to the general population on your sleeplessness, your rise time, and your sleep. This is very sophisticated, very, very interesting. That was on the 1st, right? Well, let's go back to the 31st. Yeah, different chart altogether. When I went to bed, when I woke up, the amount of time spent in all of these different things. Oh, wow, you can touch them and actually see the data too. Okay, there I'm getting up, so my heart rate's going to be higher, 98 beats per minute, rising. So, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that is the heart rate stuff. Oh, okay, it's now starting to monitor my full-time heart rate because I put it on, and without it even lighting up or doing anything. It's doing all of that in the background. We looked at the sleep time. Let's come in here to heart rate, and let's go back to the 30th. Here's when I started it, and on the 31st, then it picked up and kept going. Here's when I took it off for whatever reason, put it back on again. So it's monitoring all of this as you go. It's all in the light category because I wasn't doing any exercise that I recall back then. So it hasn't, it doesn't have different minutes in all of the different zones, which you would if you were very athletic, I presume. Then you've got your blood pressure readings. These tend to be high for me. I'm not that hypertensive. I'm not sure what's going on. And they're all pretty much the same. They may need to be calibrated, or I really need to check on a cuff and see what's going on. I'm usually in the 120 to 135 range. 161 is way up there. So good indicator for me to check further, which I will be doing. Overall blood oxygen, these are the last trends on that. And again, if I go into here, I can see more detail on the blood oxygen as well. So the more you wear it, the more data you're going to be getting for it. And then you have, of course, your activities that you can do. This is an outdoor run, and it's attempting to get GPS signal for me. Here was one that I did, and whoa, okay, it's pulling up the map of my area. Oh, that's all right. It zooms so close into my house you can't see anything else. So I just had it on with this, walking around the house and going outside in the driveway I get. If I zoomed out, you'd be looking at a Google map of my whole area. So it'll automatically scale the map to match the specific area that your overall chart is in. And that's part of that whole run thing going on. And that's it. For all of these things, here is where, like I said, you can do different stuff. Like you can change the watch faces. That's the one I've got. But you can go to this one, a more analog one, or this one here, which is a light digital one. Obviously, I like that one the best because it's bolder numbers, easier to see outdoors. That's changeable right from the app. And other things, this is where you set up the notifications and give permission in your phone to push them to your watch. Alarms that you can set up. There's the shutter for the remote camera capability, and you just touch the button and it'll take a picture from your phone. And then others. Find your device, whether you want 12 or 24 hour, whether you want metric or British, which is what we use in the USA. Your do not disturb time, which will change the twist your wrist to light it up so it doesn't go on. Your sedentary reminders, turn on or off all-day heart rate, depending on how much battery you need to conserve, what language you're going to be using, which defaults to your phone language, or you can change it, which is nice. The quick view is to twist your wrist, and there's the valid period. You can set that up, and you can calibrate it, it says, by removing it, laying it flat, and calibrate it so that it's not acting funky on you and not doing it in the right position. You can set your weather, temperature, Fahrenheit or centigrade, the city you want it from. So we're monitoring Shenzhen, China. It's really hard to spit out fast. Shenzhen, China. Challenge you to do that with a mouthful of rice. And then, of course, you can upgrade if you've got an upgrade waiting for you, downloaded directly from the cloud. Here's where you put in your own profile, goals, and about, and that is the app. And this is the band, and these are the earbuds, and this is how you can get it. The LEMFO LT04, Bluetooth 5.0, waterproof with even a swimming activity in the fitness section, smart band, earbud, combo, duo, hybrid, all kind of words that go for it. Pick it up through AliExpress. If you're in the holiday shopping time frame, hang in there for the 11/11. I believe they start at midnight Pacific USA time and run till midnight the next day. But check the pricing. Oh, and the coupon discount that we have in the show notes, you can apply to the discount 11/11 pricing as well. So double whammy this time, which is great. Usually you can't apply coupons during sales, but they're doing a special on this one. Banggood's available for you too. The pricing listed here is a bit higher, but check and see what they decide to offer it for come 11/11. You've been watching SmartWatch Ticks. We are a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com, and you're looking at the LT04. Yes, I know, I haven't showed it to you, but I wanted to finish the review. For those of you who don't care, you can now leave. Bye-bye. Okay. But for the rest of you who want to compare these two together, here is the M1. It's obviously a bit bigger. You have a similar type of display on the outside with time and your step count, distance traveled, and calories burned. Same pedometer functions. You've got heart rate with the green diode and blood pressure. But no blood oxygen and no training on this one. Just a battery level indicator. Your tethering information, then it loops back again. So yeah, where are the bands? The buds? They're inside. It's actually like a little case. And so you have each of the earbuds right here. And again, just like on the LT04, they're pre-tethered as a Bluetooth stereo, and then it's blinking and ready to pair to your particular phone. You have a little ear protector piece right there, and they're this size. Now, here's this one, and again, we have everything going on. The functions are all in here, and of course, heart rate and training and temperature, messaging push. And then you got your blood pressure and blood oxygen. Plus the shutter for the camera, music play. There's a lot more in this. Stopwatch, everything. So it's really an actual fitness band, whereas this is more or less a earbud case with a few things on it. Now, I was going to show you these together. Let's pop one of them out and this one. Here they are. Obviously, they've sized it down a bit now. This one had a little edge to it. And the tips are a bit different. And personally, I like the sound of this one, much richer bass, just overall better sound. But nonetheless, they both deliver. So there you have it. When you compare them on, okay, first of all, here's this one on. And the buds fit right in the outside. Let's pull it up, snap it off, and pop this one on. This one fits like a regular band, just slides in and connects. Again, the heart rate sensor is going to connect down below, and you can see it's quite a bit larger, but your earbuds are hidden. Nobody knows you even have them. You have to open it up and drop them in or pull them out from a hidden case that acts as a basic fitness band. Good choices, both of them. This one is reviewed right here. The buying link information is down below, as I mentioned before. And this one, we've already done a full review. So check the show note, or the box right up here, or the show notes, and I'll have a link to the video review of the M1. Whichever one you like, the M1 or the LT04, both from LEMFO, and they're both great products. Enjoy your holiday season. You now have some great choices.